People oftentimes have, and it's quite frankly a common problem, and that is how do they decide custody? Custody certainly is guided by a whole series of statutory factors and a substantial amount of case law, but the facts surrounding your life are critically important to this process. There's one case in particular that I pay a great attention to, and that is a case that talks about who's the primary caretaker if either parent is the primary caretaker. Now remember, times have changed. Moms and dads are playing equal roles in their children's lives, whereas in the 50s that was not the case. But the courts are looking for who is the person who's involved in the grooming of the child, who's the parent who's involved in cooking for the child, doing the laundry for the children or child. All those kinds of issues, mundane or otherwise, that are necessary to raise that child. That doesn't mean that if you happen to be the parent who's working and unable to attend to those issues, that you would be denied custody. That certainly does not mean that, because with the advent of a divorce, the rules change. And that means that you could too be a primary caretaker. Shared custody is now a very common phenomenon, to the chagrin of many parents, because they believe that because they were the primary caretaker, that role would carry over into a divorce. And that is not the case. Times have changed. Dads in particular have assumed a greater role with their children's lives. And if they have been the one who've been working predominantly, they get that opportunity now to share in their children's lives. And I know this upsets a lot of people, because they believe that that it's better for the children to have this stability. Stability is the common reason why parents say that they want to be able to be the primary caretaker and to limit the other parent's time with their child. But stability is a factor, but when it comes to having access to your children, that has greater weight. And we've learned that children thrive in environments where both parents are actively involved in their children's lives and when both parents are happy. So this is a common issue. There are some subparts to custody that we talk about in some greater detail, but certainly those facts that I just mentioned are critical.